we're here, and it's good to
Yes.
be on here. And we were just asking why this is happening. And what we heard was to keep it all a little more sacred because it is, this channeling work isn't for people to go check in and out of and
Mhm.
from. So I think that's what they're trying to tell us, like, hey, let's keep things a little bit more sacred. So I'll just do
Yeah.
this for another like 3 or 4 more minutes, and then I'll
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But I am as a camera woman, I am seeing you through this as well.
Oh, well, okay. Very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. All
Perfect.
right. Well, let's start. Let's start.
Yes.
Oh
Oh,
yes, hold up. Let me just do wait. How do you yeah, there we go. Okay, guys.
yeah.
We picked out some questions because we received a whole lot of them. So did you wanna read out your first question, maybe the one that you
Yeah.
picked?
Yeah. Okay. I picked out three, but we're doing two each. Well, let's
Yeah,
see.
let's just see how
What
far we go,
happened?
how far we get.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first question that I have is, why is my son so attached to me? I love him to the moon and back, but it's intense. It sometimes is intense. So
Mm,
this was the first question that popped up
yeah.
for me.
So did you want to start or shall I start?
I can start. I haven't zoomed in on it yet, so we can just do that on the spot, right?
Yeah, I
Um,
mean,
yeah.
he's telling me, he's showing me a preoccupation with your thoughts that he's trying to get you out of. So
Mhm.
he says you get in your head really quickly. It happens really fast that you overthink things. And I kind of want to like distract you from your own thoughts. So that's what he's pointing out. He's like, I'm here to distract you from your own thoughts. I'm here to help you detach from your mind and reconnect with your soul. So he very much is not so much trying to get your attention to then focus all of your attention on him. He knows that in togetherness with him, you more easily detach from your thinking and your overthinking. So that's the
Yeah.
first thing that he's showing me, the preoccupation with your thoughts and how to steer you away from that.
Yeah. Yeah. To help ease that, right?
Yeah,
To
yeah,
Because what he's showing me right now is that like there are blue and green colors that he's using in the energy a bit, like, and he's also saying, I'm your protector, so I really want you to, yeah, I really want you to feel good, is what I hear him say. And that's also in what you just channeled. Like, of course, when we connect deeper with who we are in our essence, that's immediately what happens. So, but he's showing me that there is this. Yeah, there wants to be a certain release of worries or a certain release of making yourself so responsible for everyone around you. So yeah, like you just channeled, it's not that he is asking for your attention to for then focus on him, but it's really about you focusing on yourself again. So he's trying to
yeah,
help you do that and to help you not feel the guilt that you are feeling, because I could sense there's a lot of like tuning in with the people around you and easily feel a sense of guilt and like, and you're now saying to me, I don't exactly know where I belong anymore. So I also see like there's so much transitioning going on with you, and he's trying to help you feel that it's safe to, yeah, to fully focus on self again, to focus and to establish a deeper connection with your soul. So um, and he's also showing your of breathing, that breathing or focusing on your breathing and releasing the energy that goes to everybody and everything outside yourself is helpful in that, to like to detach from your outside reality and to attach with your soul. So there's something with breath work is what your son is showing me right now, like that you can practice, and that well, then you will feel more at ease.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is actually just in general, because now we're, by the way, it's very important. We forgot to mention this. Whenever, if you are watching this, this applies to you as well. It's important for you to digest this information as if it were given, if it's as if you were the question holder. So there, whoever is watching this, sometimes we feel that life itself is swallowing us whole, right? Like, well, I
Mm,
want to tend to myself, but I don't have the time. Work is taking up all my time. My relationship is taking up all my time. Everything's taking up my time. And life does that to not to kind of like prove your point that there is in fact not enough time in the day for you to tend to self, but to show you, to mirror to you how preoccupied and how busy you are in your head with your thoughts, with your mind, how stuck you are. And so it really does again start with the woman, the man in the mirror, where it's where you're being asked and invited, hey, find some release of your mind, calm the mind down, and you'll experience a calmness in your surroundings as well. So a lot
mm,
of time we get a lot of clients who go, well, I want to tend to myself, I want to tend to my purpose, but I simply don't have the time because life is just so busy. And life does that for you to mirror. It just does it to mirror you. And you
mm,
will see, you really will see once you start to more like easily detach from the mindset. And that takes some effort, right? We have to be honest here. It takes effort to
yeah, for sure.
leave, leave life for what it is and to really, really consciously with full awareness go, I'm just going to go into my own space right now. I'm just going to connect with just myself. I don't really want to be preoccupied with the world around me.
Mm,
So I think it is important. Like the steps. It always starts with yourself
yeah.
in these.
Yeah, exactly. And it also will bring up some fear when you start doing that, right? So it's not that it's like, oh, well, okay, then I will focus on myself. There is a lot of fear
Mhm.
surrounded in doing that, right? So, but I believe it's also important with what we are channeling in regards to this question that it's really important to understand that the children are helping us to realign or to reconnect with our soul. That's what they want us to do,
Mhm.
even though our mind, out of fear, is telling us that we need to focus on them because something is going on with them. No, their energy is trying to help us realign and, yeah, find a deeper connection with ourselves.
Mhm.
So and then I can sense that we can use that energy a little bit more, like that, or that we can be conscious about that energy that they bring in an energy in our into our energy field that helps us do that. That helps us let go of all the things that we are not, and to to feel who we are in our essence. So
Yeah.
to let them do that because he's showing me this blue and green color the whole time, like he's like a um alchemist, like helping her with these with this energy to do that.
Yeah.
So to feel supported in that.
So
Yeah.
again, once we feel that life is demanding too much from us to fully tend to self, it is us who need to like be committed to, or we're being asked to be more committed to reconnect with ourselves, to realign with ourselves, and you'll see that the demand around us becomes a lot less. So because the mind is like,
Yeah.
well, I first need for the demand to be less, and then I can
Yeah.
self. And the soul's like, no, first we tend to me, first we tend to this little bubble, and then you'll see
Yeah.
that the demand will become less. And that's especially the case with and for our children. So I think that's the request here from the universe to you. Your grandmother's also very present. It's the grandmother from your mother's side, very, very present. And she's telling me that you have been taught to over focus on the world around you and to tend to the world around you. Um, yeah, very, she's very, very, yeah, present in the energy.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. That's the fear that is here, I think, and that is for everyone who's watching this or listening to this. There's a fear in not doing that, in not focusing on the people around you, but
yes.
to really focus on self. There's a lot of fear that comes up when you start doing that. So it's not easy, but
Yeah.
you can do that. And it's something that is, yeah,
Mm.
it will shift a lot. That will shift a lot because of you doing that, is what I also feel
And the
for
main
everyone.
that
Yeah.
it triggers is the fear of rejection. That's the fear of rejection and abandonment. Once you fully tend to self, the world around you will abandon you or reject you. And that is something that where, yeah, it's hard to navigate that really deeply instilled fear, but we're all being very kindly invited to do so. Let's move on to the next question. Otherwise, we won't be able
Yeah.
to answer many questions. Where are you? Where are you? Hold up. Are these? Hold up. Sorry, I am trying to see. Oh, here we go. Okay, this is a pretty a little sad, this question. Why can't I stay pregnant? And do we really need ICSI? Are my babies with me? So why can't I stay pregnant? Do I really need ICSI? I think that's a fertility treatment, I think.
Hmm.
And are my babies currently with me? Um, well, do you want to start, Sos?
Yes. So I see one of the souls in your energy field is more like a girl energy. And she's saying tend to self. So there is uh, some energy leaking, I would say. Like she's showing me that there's like um um how do I explain this? So she's showing me that there is this focus on first, I need to see the proof in my outside reality. I need to see that like um, I can get pregnant or that everything will be okay by something that is happening like on a physical level. But this energy is showing you like that there wants to be a release of that. So like a deeper trust in the souls that want to join you in this lifetime because I can really feel that they do. They want to be present on a physical level as well in your life. But there's something that like the over focus on first there needs to be proof. I need to see that in my physical reality. I need to see that my body can do this, etc., which is all very logical, of course. But this energy is like helping you um, release that energy a little bit more and to start to feel trust more from the inside in the connection with this soul and these souls, because that will bring a lot of softening as well. So there's a lot of harshness now in the energy because of the fear that is going on. And again, I can, of course, understand why that's here, but I also see that you are being guided to trust the invisible more right now, to not focus too much on first proof and then I can trust. So that's the first thing that is coming up, but
Yeah,
perhaps you.
and there's definitely something about perfectionism. I think you're showing me that everything needs to be picture perfect, or it needs to be perfect, perfectly done, perfectly executed. You put a lot of pressure on yourself, and your body's showing me there's a lot of pressure there. Now, what's really important to tell you is that why can't I stay pregnant? That's not out of spite. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not being punished. It's not like the universe saying, "Hey, because of this, I am now not allowing you to conceive or to carry a child full term." But it is there to help you understand that you don't, there wants to, it's not all on you. This is not all on you. This is a
Mhm.
joint effort. This is a magical joint effort from the universe. And you're showing me, I wouldn't say well, slightly like a type A personality in a sense that like and this is I'm very careful with these labels. I don't really fully believe in them anymore, but yeah, you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself very, very easily and very quickly. And I see you going on vacation and just really let go of everything and anything and just really learn to relax. Your body is literally telling me now, we need for her to learn how to relax because motherhood this way is going to be way too overwhelming for you. So it's important for you to understand what it is you need to help you fully relax. There's a lot of children. I 100% see that you're gonna carry children full term, so you really don't have to be worried. But that's more easily said than done because of what Saskia just channeled. Because there's also this thing in our minds, like, well, I'm seeing is believing, right? I need to see it before I can actually truly believe it. And you're being invited to first believe that you are worthy and that it wants to come with and through ease in your life. The manifestation wants to happen with and through ease. And I think, again, for those of you who are joining us now, this message is also for you. There's something that all of you who are watching this now would really like to see manifested, and it can only really be manifested with and through ease. So right now, it's way more important for you to understand what it is you need to learn how to relax, to learn how to let go of the reins, and to like go of control in certain areas and aspects of your life. So that is what I'm getting. I'm just quickly just paying a visit to your body, scanning your body. I will say that I don't really see anything like fertility wise, I don't really see any issues, but there is something again, your body is yearning to relax and to let go. So a tip for me to you would be acupuncture or any way where you can like release some stagnant energy in certain parts of your body, because I can see some blockages here and there. That is making it more difficult for your body to surrender to the conception of a child, because that really does require a certain amount of relaxation. It's really strange to say this, but the womb is a muscle, and it easily contracts. So your body's a little tensed up, and of course you're in a merry-go-round right now because you're already tensed up because of this cycle that you're in, that you're not staying pregnant. It all makes sense. So my tip to you is allow yourself to be helped by other people. Acupuncture, massages, saunas, whatever you need to do, vacation, Aruba, Curacao, somewhere warm, where you learn how to relax. And before you start any fertility treatment, because I don't really see it being that necessary for both yourself or your partner.
Yeah, I think that there is already something going on about hormone therapy because I keep seeing a blue pill, like blue pills, and there's like that is
Hmm.
there's what is being said is that that is more the masculine, the harder energy, and that it's not needed. So this channeling is all to redirect you to yourself again and towards this softness that you can find within with all the things that Michelle just channeled, but that it really wants to come from there. Like,
Hmm.
because I can see that in your essence, you're quite dreamy. You are quite like yeah, it's really safe to go inwards and to dream about being a mom and how that will look for you and etc. So that from that softness, there will be a relaxation going on in your body, and that will help you, yeah, perceive this soul that wants to be your child, because that's absolutely what you're showing us and this soul too. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Then we go to the next question, Sauce.
Okay. Yeah. What do I have to do to change the school system? What is my role in it?
Ooh, that's a very, very good question. Shall I start?
Okay.
Absolutely
Yeah.
nothing. Absolutely nothing. I think that the majority of us, like slightly more conscious parents, we do look at our
Mm,
current school system and go, well, this doesn't really make any more sense. Like it just,
mm,
okay, we never really thought about this back in the 90s when you and I went to school, but now it's become so apparent that it doesn't really work.
mm,
The system as
mm,
it is right now, it doesn't work. However, it's still here. It's still in place. That the school system, as we all know it, is still in place, and it's in place for a very valid reason. What the mind tends to do when the mind detects an issue or a problem, it wants to immediately eradicate that problem because it feels threatened by the problem. The
mm,
soul knows, even though there is a problem in our life, it is here for a very divine reason to guide you. So again, for those of you watching this, this is something that is so annoying about life. If even with you can't sleep. Oh my God, I have a problem. I can't sleep. Rather than ask your soul, why is it here for me? Where is it guiding me towards? What we do, we instantly go, no, this must now be eliminated and eradicated. It must just be terminated, etc. And the soul's like, no, because it still provides you with guidance. So right now, our children are still being they're subjected to this traditional, I would say, old-fashioned school system because it still serves their soul. Otherwise, it wouldn't be here. Just really understand that whatever is problematic or loving in your life, once it's here, it's divine and it's guiding. And it also means that your child is more than capable to deal with this old-fashioned school system. And of course, there can be a dialogue. There can be dreams and desires on how you would like to see it change. How we answer the other question, I think about, yeah, ease, right? Ease. There we go again. So
Mhm.
of course we can dream and want to manifest a different reality when it comes to the school system. But first and foremost, ask yourself, why would it still want to be here? What is the universe trying to show me and tell me with that still being in place? And if I just put this, I asked this question and I just relate it to my own children, what I'm being shown is to actually find their own voice more. So if, let's say, there would be a very different school system right now and everything would be overthrown and things would just be different, there would be less incentive for our children, or for instance, let's say my daughter, to stand out and show who she really and truly is and what she's capable of. So even though it makes it harder for her as well, it is also shows she can also show to herself or prove to herself what she's made of. So that sometimes challenge in life also gives you direction and a bigger sense of self. And I've seen that in like free schools or Montessori type of education. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's definitely, like, I would say, more developed than like a classical old school system. But at the same time, it's also a melting pot of just different. More, there's more, everyone is different there, and everyone is excused and is allowed to be different. And sometimes you need to be in a very difficult situation to understand that you are allowed to be different and what your different truly looks like. So challenging situations aren't always bad situations. In fact, a lot of the time they show you what you are made of, who you are, and what your soul's essence is.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
we need the resistance, right? We need the
they do.
resistance to feel
They do.
our power. And I also get that we are quite arrogant as adults to think that we will change the system because the children will. They
Mhm.
are showing me like it really wants
So,
to happen from the inside out, and they really want to be part of it. And the sentence that I just wrote down was that um, everything, you need everything as a stepping stone. So everything that is here right now, even if it's hurting, even if it's painful, like Rochelle just explained as well, you need that as a stepping stone to build the new. So if you reject that part, you are missing something, like you are missing those stepping stones to build the new. So, and this is something that is really important in, yeah, creating a new system, that we don't discard everything that has been part of the old system, because this is needed to build the new. And the children know this. They know that everything that is created on earth has an intention. It has a function. Otherwise, it wouldn't be here.
mm,
So for us to stop resisting parts of it, because I always feel quite some resistance when I walk into the school of my daughters, but that's my resistance, right? It's
yes.
my
Yes.
fear of them,
Not being seen.
uh exactly, not being able to be who they are. But that's there for me to connect with that pain, and to feel that that's still going on within me, right? And that's still something that that I can heal a bit more, because I can really see the children looking at us like, you are being a bit arrogant, thinking that you as adults are changing the school system. We are doing that. So I think that that's really important to feel that they know what they are doing, and the change that needs to happen will happen in different ways than we think it will happen. That's also very important, because we are also very
Yeah.
arrogant in that. I think that we know how this will show up, right? But we don't.
Well,
So
and I think that,
yeah.
again, it's one of those general messages from the universe where, just to reiterate, like, you, change usually does not happen in the way the mind expects it to happen. So divine change, so positive divine,
Yes, exactly. Yes,
does not happen
exactly.
in the way the mind expects it to happen. Why? Because the universe is also responsible for to help you understand that you're an energetic being first and a human being second, and that everything is energy and everything wants to manifest through and with magic. So that's why, it's when you least expect it, in the least expected way, that you see manifestations take place in your life. So
Yeah.
yeah. And then to go back to the second question, because I can really feel that here as well. It's what you just said, Sals. It's like us parents, we walk into that school going, oh, we're all tensed up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this
Mm-hmm.
this isn't right because my kiddo is not being heard or seen, or being not being, pushed towards their fullest potential, their soul's potential. But can you like see the energy that you walk into that school building with, that really strung out, harsh,
Yeah.
tensed up energy? And that really is never a necessary ingredient. In fact, it's actually a conflicting ingredient to manifest something more positive. So tension
Yeah.
can't really lead to a positive manifestation. It can't. So we're
Yeah.
really, all of us, I'm really feeling like, let's Bob Marley it a little bit more in the next
Yeah.
5 minutes. Take a chill
Exactly.
pill. Take
Yeah.
a chill pill.
Yeah.
And if you walk into that school building and you're frustrated as hell and you're like, why? Go see a therapist or go have a session with one of us to talk about what's bothering you, how
Yeah.
you have not been seen, and how you felt, I felt unheard in and throughout your life. Because this is
Yeah.
about you. It's more so about
Yeah.
you than it is about your children, because they're fine. They know what they're doing, and they know that this right now, right here, it's always divine. The right now is always sacred and divine.
Mhm. Yeah, and what I heard is that what you feel or what you project on the school system is what you're doing to yourself right now. So,
Mm,
like, if you think that your children are not being
ouch.
helped to
Mm,
express themselves enough, that's you not allowing yourself to express yourself enough.
mm,
So it can be like it's an internal conflict, is what I hear.
absolutely. I can.
And so, yeah, to take that back, like, okay, everything that we are, and then it won't be that frustrating anymore because when we project things on our outside reality, we are waiting until that will change, that is going to change, but it will not because it's happening inside of ourselves. And us tending to those needs, oh, well, okay, so I'm suppressing using my true voice. Okay, how can I open that more? How can I be more gentle with myself? Those questions, asking those questions,
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking to myself right now. Asking those questions is already enough because it will bring this energy of more, yeah, love towards yourself, self-love, and like this willingness to change that inside of you. Because the children are also, they are waiting for us to change that inside of ourselves, right? So there's a lot of work to do, but it's here.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a lot. We have a lot to say, but we're also hosting a seminar in 2 weeks' time, I think, or in a week's time.
Oh, a week's time, next
You know,
next Sunday. Yes.
next Sunday, guys, on how
Time.
to more
Mhm.
easily channel the higher selves of your children. Yourself is, energetic communication is becoming more and more important on this earth. When we talk about manifesting through and with ease, it's definitely something that our children are trying to like convey to us, like, hey mom, hey dad, it's as long as you just channel my higher self, you'll feel more at ease and you'll more easily manifest a more positive reality around you. It's one of the many topics that we'll be discussing, but we'll definitely also get into the hocus pocus on how to channel your children and
Mhm.
loved ones, because again, they are our most important spiritual mentors. So just know that that's next Sunday, and that will be like an official setting. Like it's really like a seminar,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
we'll give you all the tools, to help each and every one of you.
Mhm.
I do have a session as soon, so let's answer one more question and then announce
Yes.
the winner.
The winners. Yes. Nice.
Grand. Well, yeah, you read out the last one, right? So it's my turn. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Uh, oh, there's so many good ones. Um,
Mhm.
okay, hold
But
up.
I think that we will do a Q&A in the seminar as well, right? Or
That's
like
true. We
some
will.
questions at the end. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I like this one. How can I be more patient with my children? Is a question that we received. How can I be more patient with my children?
Yeah, so what I see is that your children are helping you feel the needs of your younger self more. And instead of focusing on your children, focusing on the needs of your younger self will bring a whole different energy in your whole being is what I see. Like, so there is this, so what I see is that what your children are doing is that there is your younger self like asking for your attention like a few hours already or like a couple of days. And that's being ignored a bit. Like there's this like, yeah, well, I don't have time for this. Well, I don't have time for this. So it's not about you being impatient with your children, it's you being impatient with your younger self, is what you're showing me. And your children, like their energy is helping you feel that more strongly. But then there's also this irritation, I would say, again, because you don't want to connect with your younger self. There's a part of
Feels.
you that
Sorry.
that feels, perhaps Lily wants to join it.
Yeah.
There's this part in you that is like, yeah, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. But that's not, again, that's not it's projected on your children, but it's about the relationship you have with your younger self, is what you're showing me.
Very true. Yeah. Yeah. Now to add on to that, because that's absolutely 100% so true. We again are the mind is arrogant. I think that we established that right throughout this Q&A,
Yes,
but
it's
also like,
really important. And as parents, we are quite arrogant. I can
oh
really
yeah, we
feel that
are.
in the
We always
energy right
we
now.
know we know
Like,
what's best. We always know what's more
yeah,
important. And that brings me to this point. The mind is arrogant in thinking other things have your should have your priority, right? Or like certain things you go through your day and you're like, you know what?
yeah, exactly.
I think it's
Yeah.
more important for you right now, rather than just go sit down and draw something, or helping your child put on their little boots and they get frustrated and then you need to do it again. Those moments are more sacred than the mind understands. The mind can't
Yeah.
comprehend how sacred those moments truly are and what
Mm,
they in turn set in motion. So again, manifestation of any kind wants to happen through the unexpected magical ways of the universe. And so you have to realize that by being in the presence of children is being in the presence of your spiritual mentors. And when you prioritize that, when you also prioritize, especially when the going gets tough in parenting, when you really have to parent, right? You have to punish them, or you have to. It's in those moments that you can have a one-to-one connection with your soul, their souls. You can have a heightened and higher awareness. So it's like changing your priorities. It's shifting your priorities, understanding that no, it's not more important to be on time at the dentist appointment because your son's not being able to, tie his
yeah,
shoelace in
exactly.
time. That
Mm,
is not, that should not have the priority. At that point in time, what should have the priority is you kneeling down, helping him out, because in that moment there is divine intervention. You having a divine moment, even though the mind does not, will never label it as divine. The
mm,
mind will continue to label it as extremely annoying, which is human, which is fine. Just know, okay, in that moment where you're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, and I've been there, I've done that. No, but this is a divine intervention. I'm being divinely guided. So all those things on my to-do list where I'm now running out of time of because of this situation, they were never as important as I thought they were. Because otherwise, again, that situation with your son wouldn't have been there. So we're constantly fighting our realities. We're constantly like, this shouldn't be, or
mm,
go faster. I need to be, I can't sit here draw painting with you. I need to go to the gym. I should get groceries. Should you? Should you?
mm,
But we all want our lives to be better, and we want to be more wealthy. We want to be more successful. All right, sit down next to your child then and go draw with them, because that way the universe can do their job. They can divinely intervene in your life. I'm saying this and I'm like, oh, Jesus, yes. It was
yeah.
a wake-up call again for me too.
No, for me as well, because just before we started this live, Luca first started talking to me and asking me things and like showing me something with the ball. Like, look what trick I can do, mom. And I was like irritated because I felt like, oh, I need to hurry because we have this live session. And there was something I heard like, yeah, but this is important. But there was still this like, no, I don't have time for this.
Yeah.
And then, started doing the same. Like she was drawing something or making something and she needed my help. And I was in this thing, I felt this tension in me, like, okay, I want to be
Mm.
present with you, but I also don't because I think that I'm in a hurry, right? Like I need to do something else. And to like, but then sometimes my mind tricks me with like, yeah, but what, perhaps this is here for you to set your, to set a, like to
Boundaries.
boundary.
Sure. But you can
There's
but, but you can do both. You can do both.
yeah,
Because regardless, it will take time. What's
yeah,
exactly expected of you in that point in time is it take your time to either set the boundaries, punish, positive punish whatever, or set the boundaries, or tend to your child with a little bit more loving care.
yeah, yeah. You feel
You
that. You
know.
feel what is right. Yeah, that's
But
so
both
true.
those instances, they need time. They require
Yeah,
time. And we don't
yeah,
want to give that time because time is precious and our mind has this really
yeah.
set thing in it. And that
Hmm.
just, this needs to happen at this point in time because otherwise and your soul's
Yeah,
like, no,
exactly.
no,
Well, yeah.
absolutely no.
No.
But
No, you know, yeah, and when this tension is here, you already know that your
you
mind is
know,
talking,
you're
right?
fighting.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
fight our realities all day, every day. And should
yeah,
really give the reins back to our soul because if it wouldn't be here, it wouldn't serve you. So it's always serving you
yeah.
to
What's here right now is serving you. Yeah,
always
to surrender to that, and then you also know what you should do with it, right?
absolutely.
Because sometimes it will ask of you to do something different with it, but that only can become clear when you surrender to it first. Yeah.
How
Hmm.
you allocate your time should be way more up to your soul's agenda and calendar rather than the mind's agenda and
Yeah.
calendar.
Yeah.
We also all are shifting in that direction on this planet as well.
Yep.
Hey,
Yeah.
mind has been holding the reins for so long, has determined and decided on how I should allocate my time, how I should spend my time in order to be successful and happy. Turns out, eh, they can't. Your mind is
Yeah.
not wired that way. Your
No.
mind was never wired in a way to provide you with love and success. It can't do
Mhm.
that. It can only help you survive. So
Yeah.
important
Mhm.
lessons. I have a session now. I
Yeah.
can also ask to be there later. What do you think?
No, it's okay. It's
Good.
okay. I think, yeah, absolutely. I think that we should announce the winners and then
Okay. Well, then I'm going to log off
you
on this
want to go. Okay.
because my winner is on here. I forgot who the winner is. Who's your winner, Sas?
My winner, she shared about her firstborn, and yeah, that opened my heart. So it's Sarah, to you,
Ooh,
Sarah. Yes.
how fun is that? The winner who's going to have a 30-minute psychic reading with me is Farida. Farida. And she actually, without I didn't even read it, she explains to me how her daughter shows her how to take it easier, how to slow down, and that the whole rat race of life is unnecessary. Well, that's very fitting. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so yes, Farida,
Yeah.
I will reach out to you. We will reach out to the winners, Farida and Sarah.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining our giveaway and joining this live session. I might, if I feel up to it, because there's so many questions you guys send in, just to type in some more answers to some of your questions that you send in on this Q&A. Be
Yeah.
there next week. It's going to be absolutely magical. If you want the tools to learn how to read and understand the higher selves of your children so that you can allow for them to be more of a spiritual mentor in your life, join us next
Yeah.
week.
And to decipher how they are guiding you, because sometimes that's really hard to decipher that yourself. Like
This is the
your
most
why
important
is it? So, but we will focus on that. Like,
why are they showing
yeah,
this behavior? What is it trying to show me about me?
yeah,
Is it guiding us? How's it guiding me? It's a very important seminar, and we're very excited. But for now, we'll be back
yes.
on here tomorrow with Jessie
Oh,
Jess.
yeah, one of us, I think, or if we
Well,
are doing it
whatever.
on Zoom.
I think
Yeah,
I'm gonna just already announce it on Zoom. Jessie Jess, maybe some of you know her. She's a famous influencer. She's got a beautiful platform, She Floor, and we are going to go live with her tomorrow to talk about motherhood in Ibiza and about it. We're going to channel her little baby boy. So it's going to be super fun. And so we'll see a lot of each other in the next coming days. All right,
Okay.
everyone.
Thank you for joining.
Have a
Bye
great rest
bye.
of your Sunday. Bye.